If you want your ex back, it's best if they contact you rather than you chasing after them. But how can you make that happen without actually making the first move yourself? Well, I'm Brad Browning, and in this video, I'll tell you exactly what you can do to make your ex reach out to you. Now, I know it may seem impossible. How can you influence them without talking to them? But the answer is actually more simple than you think. Now, to begin with, there are different reasons for waiting for your ex to reach out to you first, and they're all valid. Maybe you don't want to come across as desperate, and this is smart because desperation can kill your chances instantly. Or you might not, want to risk being turned down and being embarrassed. Or, and this is the best option, you might be actively engaging in the no contact rule. Now this is, of course, is where you don't talk to your ex at all for a period of time following the breakup in order to improve your chances of winning them back. Now I'll link to a longer video about no contact in the description below and the pop-up here for those unfamiliar, but it really does usually give you the best chance of winning back your ex. But in any case, it seems to make sense to wait for your ex to reach out to you first if you want them back. But that's actually the wrong approach to take here. You need to stop waiting. Because as you sit around waiting for their attention, you're becoming less and less exciting and more desperate. By sitting still, you're giving up what made them fall in love with you in the first place, your confidence and your spark. So you need to get up and move. This is an active process, not a passive one. If you follow my advice, not only is your ex going to reach out to you first, you'll be surprised when they do because you're going to be busy living a new and exciting life. So here's what you can do to make them reach out to you first. Now, the first and most important way to make your ex reach out to you is to create distance. They cannot reach out to you first if you're always contacting them. So you need to give them a chance to actually make the first move. Now, you might say to that, Brad, I'm not even messaging them. What more can I do to create distance? Well, the truth is that you may be doing more than you think. Are you liking their posts, watching their stories on Instagram, commenting on them? Do you maybe spend time together in a group? Well, you need to reduce this kind of behavior really to absolute zero if you want to inspire your ex to reach out to you. Behavior like this is cute when you two are in a relationship. It shows you're thinking about them. But once you're broken up, it feels like hovering. After you break up, you don't want your ex to know that you're thinking about them. So you want to give them lots and lots of space. Not only will this show them that you're respectful of their wishes, which is going to put them at ease, it's also going to allow them to process the breakup. And this is so important if you want them to reach out to you, because chances are their feelings for you are pretty negative right now. I've been a breakup and relationship coach for almost 15 years now, so I know that there really is no such thing as a positive breakup. Even if you two just, naturally grew apart and decided you should go your separate ways, the act of breaking up creates negative feelings for both parties. It makes you wonder if you're worthy of love, if you made a mistake, if you'll ever make a future relationship work. All these bad feelings are tied to the end of the relationship, and as their ex, this is tied to you. So now when your ex thinks about you, they're going to feel a rush of negative emotions, whether they want to or not. And the only way to fix this is to allow them time and space to process the breakup and begin letting go of the most negative memories. And that's why I generally, at least for the average breakup situation, recommend around a month of no contact. That's how long it takes for most people to work through this negativity, return to what I call an emotional neutral state, and start to think of their ex fondly again. And once you create this space, you're obviously going to have a lot of time on your hands. So you need to make the most of it and do so in a way that will attract your ex. Really, it's all about living your best life in a way that your ex can see and obsess over. Now, this can feel daunting at first. What does it mean to live your best life? And how can you show your ex without reaching out to them? Well, don't worry about the second part for now. We'll talk a little bit more about strategies to directly influence your ex later on in the video. Right now, just take it one step at a time. You need to take a hard look at your life. You've obviously been through a breakup, so chances are you haven't been at your best. So this is the perfect time to figure out what's missing, besides, of course, your ex. So have you been, living up to your potential, achieving what you set out to do? Have you surrounded yourself with the right kind of people? Are you actually fulfilling your own needs and desires? These are hard questions to ask, but they can be the first step to getting yourself out of a serious slump. And that is exactly what you need right now. But don't just stop there. You need to use these questions and the resulting answers as a guide. Figure out what's missing and go out there and get it. Focus on improving your life. Now, what this means specifically will obviously depend on you and your life, but there's a lot of ways you can go about it. It can mean getting a new wardrobe, focusing on improving your style and appearance, or it could mean improving your fitness, running a marathon, starting rock climbing, or it could even just be, buckling down at work and getting that promotion that you've always wanted. Any and all of these improvements are going to attract your ex in a powerful way without you having to reach out to them directly. And at the same time, it's going to distract you from your negative feelings about the breakup and really from thinking about your ex at all. You're going to be, too busy to worry about whether or not they're actually texting you at all. And if you're struggling to make this happen, you need a little guidance, I'm here for you. Just go to breakupbrad.com/coaching and sign up for my very affordable online coaching program. As soon as you register, I'll begin working with you one-on-one to help you get your ex back. See my current availability and sign up right now at breakupbrad.com/coaching. So back to it, as we said, self-improvement is key, but it's really not going to matter very much unless you change your mindset along with it. Now, I know this video is pretty laser focused on influencing your ex's thoughts and actions, but you should focus more on your own thoughts if you do truly want a second chance with your ex. Right now, you're probably thinking about them all the time, wondering what they're going to think when they see how much you've improved. Or maybe you're obsessing about, what they're doing right now. Where are they? Who are they with? This kind of obsessive thinking is actually going to make it harder for you to get them back. And when you do speak to them, they're going to sense your desperation no matter what you do. So I encourage you to take your focus off of your ex as much as you possibly can and place that focus on you and your own journey instead. Setting goals and just improving your life generally is a great place to start, but if you're only doing it for the sake of your ex, not only is it going to fall apart when you do get back together, it's not going to help your chances of getting them back the way that it should. So stop focusing on your ex. This is hard to do when you're still, hell-bent on getting them back because obviously, you don't want to take your eyes off the prize. But in this case, it's the best thing that you can do for yourself and your chances with your ex. Just put your focus on your own journey and off of your ex's. Focus on living in the moment and getting things done. Obviously, your thoughts will still drift to your ex in quiet moments, but much less than they do right now. This is a subtle shift in priorities, but it is worth doing if you really want your ex back. Now, I'm sure you're wondering how all this relates to getting your ex to reach out to you on their own initiative. Well, obviously, you need your ex to learn about the exciting and interesting and successful life that you've been leading since the breakup. So how do you achieve that? Well, there's a few ways you can get this information in front of them without actually reaching out to them. But before you make that happen, keep a couple of things in mind. First, this process is all about creating curiosity and pressure in the mind of your ex. So basically, you don't want your ex to know exactly what you've been up to every moment of the day. You don't want them to, get a PowerPoint presentation of your highs and lows during your time apart. Instead, you just want to give your ex a little taste of what you've been up to. Because if they find out too much information here, then it's going to kind of defeat the purpose of no contact. You want them to feel that separation, your absence from their life. If they suddenly know all of your comings and goings, then it's going to feel like you're still right there with them. So you want to give them a little bit of information and then let them fill in the blanks. The less they know, the more they'll want to know and the more they're going to be thinking about you. Creating, curiosity like this is going to drive them to ask more questions. And if handled correctly, it's going to make them reach out to you. And creating pressure is the other goal here. Basically, you want them to worry that if they don't act fast, you're going to move on and they're going to miss their chance. And this is actually one of the reasons that dating other people during this time is so powerful. Even if it goes nowhere, if your ex catches wind of it, they are going to be super jealous and they're going to worry that you're moving on. So how do we go about actually getting this information to your ex? Well, as you might have guessed, social media is one of your greatest tools at your disposal here. Remember, don't actively engage with your ex, but just post on your own page about all the interesting and cool stuff you've been doing. Keep it super subtle. You don't want it to seem like a resume or a brag. Be mysterious if you want to just attract their attention. Just keep a steady stream of new posts and stories coming, and pretty soon your ex is going to get hooked on seeing all of your new adventures. And then maybe you want to suddenly take a break for a while, just to make them wonder where you've gone. And that is the moment where they'll usually reach out to you. Another thing that I recommend is what's called a thirst trap. You've probably heard about this if you've spent any time on social media, but a thirst trap is basically a post that shows off how good you're looking these days. So if you've been focusing on your fitness, this is really going to drive your ex wild. Either way, your ex is still attracted to you, so seeing a little more of you is always going to make them think about you and what you're up to. If social media isn't an option for you or it isn't working, or if you just want to maximize your chances, then spend some time with mutual friends. And that's the time to drop hints about all the cool stuff you've been up to without your ex. Show them that you're moving on to bigger and better things, and that while you don't have any ill will towards your ex, you're glad that things have worked out this way. Chances are your ex is going to ask this friend about you, and your friend is going to have only good things to say about you and your new life. Now, these are the best available methods to make your ex reach out to you, and that, of course, brings us to the end of the video. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and like this video and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I will just leave you with one word of warning as well. Don't wait on this. The longer you spend sitting on your butt, the further you hurt your chances of getting your ex back. Get on it today, and you'll thank me later. And speaking of thanks, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.